Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon and good evening, and welcome back to Football Manager 2023 with me, Dean, and welcome back to our second season in Turkey after last season's heartbreak of a title decider where we lost out on the final day of the season. But we're going to do it this season, guys. It's going to be our year. Besiktas and Galatasaray, you can get lost, we're going to do it. Today we're going to go through summer signings. There's not been too many of them. There's been a few out, a couple in. Like I say, not too many, but we'll go over them. Financially, we're still in a good position as well. As you can see at the top of the screen as well there in the fixtures, we have taken on our first European qualifying game, and we've beat Feher of Hungary. Yeah, Hungary. We've beaten them 3-0 on aggregate, and we are now coming up against Antwerp of Belgium in the fourth qualifying path. This is for the Conference League. So hopefully we can get into that to keep the finances ticking over nicely. We're down to 6.1 million. We were down a lot lower than that at the end of the season, but we get something like 10 million in sponsorship here in Turkey for some reason. I think it's in sponsorship. Yes, 10.75 million. So there's loads of money kicking about here in Turkey. It's really, really good. If you want to do a save, it's not England for once, and you fancy doing something else, I'd highly recommend Turkey with the amount of money that there is kicking about. But we've got 4.9 million left to spend. We're well underneath the wage budget, but 4.9 million in terms of buying players to win the title in Turkey, it is not enough money. It's not enough money. In terms of who we brought in, though, like I say, there have been a couple of them. There's been a few outs as well. We've sold £2.6 million worth of players, all fringe players really, people who didn't feature for us last season. Arguably could have got some more money for them, but I just wanted them off the wage bill really. Ramatula was the only one who did play for us last season. He played a total of 11 games for us in our first season, 200 odd games for the club as well. In terms of the ones we brought one in right at the end of last season, and that was Eduardo. We brought three in, I beg your pardon, because we brought Ihab Sardin, which was the one that was already pre-arranged. He's had a very good start to life. He was unfortunately injured for the European games, but in non-competitive games, well, we've played some pretty big clubs, by the way. 5 appearances, 5 goals and 4 assists, so that's really, really good. Hopefully he can continue that. The other one in at the end of last season was Eduardo Ordaz. He is a Mexican brought in from Toluca. He is one of the new Segundo Volantes on attack. He is very, very, very capable of playing in that position. He cost us 6.25 million, £17,000 a week. Unfortunately, he is inconsistent, but I'm hoping that maybe we can train that out of him. He's only 21 years old. He's resolute as well, which is really, really good. Doesn't dive into tackles. Fantastic. So I'm quite pleased with him. And then this season, we've brought in Selçuk Yildirim. He is he's a cover in central defence in case we need it, but he may move up into the starting lineup in place of Senor. We've got Rashid Husseini, who is an absolutely beast of a player. But we've brought in 5'10", by the way. He's not exactly the tallest, but he's got okay jump and reach. So he's definitely here as a backup central defender. Can also play on this right-hand side. So today, guys, we're going to start off with a couple of games. We're just going to do the two. We're going to do two of the biggest teams in Turkey in Besiktas and Fenerbahce. So hopefully we can pick up some good results. In terms of how the season preview looks, we have narrowed our odds down in the title to 19s. We had 3 players in the Media Dream 11. We did have Garcia over here as well, but these two are listed as the best players in the league, which I don't think they are when you look at the quality of some of the players that are on show, like this guy here up front, absolutely unreal. Hussein, another one who's unreal. Fellner as well on the right hand side. So we're predicted to finish 5th at 19s. Now, I always say this, we've done it before from that position. We can do it again. So let's get into today's game, which in fact is away to Trabzonspor. I made a mistake earlier when I said Besiktas and Fenerbahce. We're just going to do 2 games today, guys. It's going to be Trabzonspor and then defending champions Besiktas. So the lineup that we're going to go with for today is going to be Yilmaz in goal. Still here, very good goalkeeper. 20 conceded in 34 last season with 17 clean sheets is really, really good. Right back for today and for the season going forward, it's going to be Manuel Gomez. Now, he was in midfield last season I've decided that he is a much better right back than what we had at right back. So he's going to play there. He can play there. So I'm hoping that he can become a natural in that position, have a good performance, and that allows us to move new signing Ordaz into the midfield. Husseini and Senyol, the two centre halves. Husseini's an absolute beast of a player. Really, really pleased with him. Senyol is good. Ferro, the Italian we signed last season, on the left-hand side. Aletin, Alakatsi, and Ordaz is the midfield three. Candido starting on the left today. There's still a slight injury to Saad, Garcia and Aquino up top. And we're underway in the new season, hoping we can hit the ground running, guys. We've not made too many new additions to the squad, so there's not hopefully there's not going to be that gelling in period that we normally go through when we start a season. We do get our first highlight though, and it is Trabzonspor with the ball. It's a Louis into the midfield and Burak. Namadi playing the ball further forward. Mehmet Aletin does well to get back, cut that out though, finds Ferrer. Alakatsi finds Ferro again on the left-hand side. Ball clipped over towards Candido in the middle. It's cut out by the defender though, and the goalkeeper hoofs it clear, which Husseini should be underneath, and he is. 6'7" Houdini finds Ordaz, the new man. Gomez in his new position, advancing down the right-hand side, looking to get the ball into the box. Does towards the back post, and Candido, I think we've hit the post, but Aquino is there for the rebound for his second goal of the season. And 15 minutes on the board, guys, and we're in the lead straight away in Season 2. Away from home as well, which is absolutely brilliant. Good play by Gomez. I really hope that he can pick up that position. And it's a fantastic ball in to Candido. I think this keeper's actually saved it. And Aquino follows up. Just a tap in for Aquino. He needs to have a good season, Aquino. He needs to score lots and lots of goals because he didn't really impress me at the back end of last season. It's Trabzonspor with the instant result. And they've replied instantly from a free kick. I knew they were going to score. We always concede from them free kicks. Doesn't matter who I'm managing, anything like that. Don't get me wrong, it's a good free kick. But they always seem to go in against us, no matter which nation, which club, anything like that we're managing. So that's a little bit of a setback so early on, 1-1. And at half-time, it's still the 1-1. We are on top. I think we're performing better. Ferro's actually picked up a slight injury in that first half as well, so we're going to have to bring Ferro off. We do have a couple of choices at left back. We're going to bring Mujat on, played there for us last season. Need a much better showing in the second half though. We do need to go and get a goal. It would be nice to start off with a win. I don't want to be playing catch up so early on in the season. Hopefully this is the opportunity. It's Gomez into Garcia. Gomez again. Husseini finds Senyol, his defensive partner. He's got Aletin ahead of him. Feeds Candido. Senyol. Mujat. Aletin again. Senyol. And Husseini, we need to pick out that killer pass. Aletin looking for it. It's cut out by the defender though. And now Trabzonspor calmly pass the ball around. Mehmet. Under pressure by Mujat. Mehmet again. Urban. We need to pinch this ball back. And we have. It's great work by Candido. Feeds Aquino. Now Garcia, last season's top scorer, driving into the penalty area. He gets his shot away. It's deflected though. And that's comfortable for the goalkeeper. Aquino with a free kick. It's a good one. And it's a great save by the goalkeeper. I don't see us score too many of them on the flip side. We concede a load of them, but I never see them go in. Garcia to take the corner. Looking for that big head of Husseini. It's headed clear by the defender though. Approaching the final 5 minutes of the games now, guys. It's still 1-1, unfortunately. Alakatsi does well to win that header. Finds Backhouse, the substitute. Driving forward. It's a great effort. It's another good save by the goalkeeper. We're getting the efforts in. We're applying the pressure. We're just not getting the goals that we deserve. And Garcia really needs to bet the corner this time. It looks good. But it's headed clear again. And we're struggling to beat Trabzonspor here. We beat them comfortably twice last season. We're struggling to finish this season, as now Trabzonspor are the ones on the attack. Nadir Hidari, our former player from Kiryat. Kristofsson. They're passing the ball around nicely here. Mujat, please get there. Emir pulls it back, and Yilmaz with the save to keep Konyaspor in the game. But still, the highlight is going on, guys. They're still coming forward. No, they're not. And that's a disappointing start to the league season, dropping points in the first game. We deserved to win. Trabzonspor played really, really well as well, unfortunately. But that's not good. And next up, it's Besiktas. Right, guys, welcome back. We've made it to the Besiktas game. I've taken on Antwerp in between. We picked up a 1-0 win there. Unfortunately, Saad, who made his debut, also picked up an injury in that game before half-time, which is really good. So he's picking up injuries already, which is not great, and he's out for 11 days to 3 weeks. So I've had to bring in a player on loan to cover him, and I've brought in Junior on loan from FLA, which I think is Flamenco in Brazil. 24-year-old Brazilian, he's here as a bit of cover for Saad when he's injured. So that's going to be the only change to the lineup today for the game against Besiktas. We're down in 15th place as things stand at the minute, but Besiktas are just ahead of us there. They've drawn their opening game of the season as well. We need to get the result here. So the lineup, like I say, is exactly the same. It's going to be Gomez, Hassini, Senyol, Ferro, with Yilmaz in goal. Aletin, Akalkatsi, that's how it's pronounced. Akalkatsi. Ordaz, Garcia, Junior on his debut, and then Aquino as the striker. And 15th minute, first highlight of the game. A little bit of a kick clash going on, guys, again, but we're the ones in green. It is Besiktas coming forward. That's a good effort from the edge of the area there by the Besiktas player. But unfortunately for us, it's gone over. But they're still coming. It's Gaba, Hakan Murat trying to feed the ball into Hussein. Husseini heads it clear. Ordaz, can he help it on? Husseini with 3 headers in a row to get the ball out. Garcia can't get there. Souza. Besiktas, a little spell of possession here, a little spell of pressure as well. It's Arsic with the ball over the top. Senyol underneath that one though. Now Ordaz and Husseini, and now we can play some football. We've got the ball on the floor. Although Garcia, I beg your pardon, needs to come towards that, and Husseini is going to punish us. He is indeed. His second goal of the season. Garcia needs to be a little bit more aware of the man that he's got on him there, and actually challenged for the ball. It was a good pass by Husseini, but Garcia's just waiting for the ball to come to him. And Hakan Murat cuts it out. Good ball forward towards Hussein. And Hussein with a tidy little finish past Yilmaz. Hopefully we can get straight back into it. Goal kick by Besiktas. Husseini's underneath it. Finds Akalakatsi. But Garcia again beating the ball. Sosa over the top towards Kovacevic. And we find ourselves 2-0 down inside of 20 minutes. Oh, this is a bit painful so far. We're not supposed to be doing this badly so early on. Garcia, hopefully we can get back in with the corner. Towards Husseini, gets his head on it this time, but it's gone over the bar. Aquino, free kick, right-hand side, towards Husseini again, and again Husseini's headed the ball over the bar. He's not very good at heading the ball towards the goal, is Husseini. He's always underneath it. But as we're coming into half-time here, we really, really need a goal. This is quite poor, to be honest. And if we've got any aspirations of winning the title in Turkey this season, we need to be beating Besiktas. As they've got the opportunity to go 3 ahead, we've somehow managed to keep that out. Sosa does pick up the ball in the area, though. Senyol putting him under pressure. He's forced back towards Arsic. Thankfully, that free kick didn't go in. But we've had a lot of shots. We just haven't hit the target yet. Aquino, the front 3 need to step up. We do have Backhaus on the bench, of course. He's developing very, very nicely, is Tom Backhaus. If Aquino doesn't start bucking his ideas up, then Backhaus may find himself as the starting striker for the season. Desperately need to get a couple of goals here, though. We're now 10 shots without hitting the target. There's Kovacevic with the deep free kick for Besiktas. It's headed clear. Kovacevic driving forward again. Absolutely no challenges going in whatsoever. What's going on with Konyaspor so far this season? Besiktas again applying the pressure, and it's another effort on goal that's gone, thankfully for us, wide. But we've now had 11 shots. We've only hit the target once. I've made a triple change up front. Taha Cengiz comes on as an inside forward, so does Hakan, to positions that they're not accustomed to playing. And I put Backhaus on up front for Aquino. But it looks like we're going to fall to a 2-0 defeat here to Besiktas so early on in the season. So it looks like after 2 games, I beg your pardon, we're only going to have 1 point on the board, which is not the kind of start that we need. We're looking to get back into it now. Ordez feeds Taha Cengiz, ball over the top towards Hakan. who's in, and he scores. Hakan Erdem gets a late goal for Konyaspor. We've still got a minute of stoppage time left. Can we do it? Thankfully, we've actually done something going forward, though, guys. It's a good ball forward by the right back, Tahir Cengiz, to the central midfielder who's playing as an inside forward in Hakan Erdem. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, guys. No, indeed it's not. And that's another disappointing defeat. It arguably should have been a draw. We had a lot more of the ball. We just conceded those 2 early goals, and it set us aback. And I'm going to tell the boys that I'm not happy with them. Aquino, you really need to start booking your ideas up, mate. Otherwise, you'll be out the door. That's highly disappointing, guys. So as it stands after 2 games, we are sat just above the relegation zone with 1 point and a -1 goal difference. Thankfully, Galatasaray have dropped points as well. So have Besiktas, which is exactly what we need. Sivasspor have won both their opening games. They'll probably drop off, though, to be entirely honest, will Sivasspor. But yeah, unfortunately, poor start to the season. But guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully we can continue our little run in Europe, get some money in the door, have a big sort of January transfer window if we've got the finances to do so. And hopefully we can improve our league form as well. We'll come back a third of the way through the season. You know, it could be like Galatasaray. We'll see. I don't know whether I'm going to do 1, 2 or 3 games. I might try and cut it down to 2 games on camera. I don't know. It's trying to find that balance of doing it right, you know. Yeah, but guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. And if you've enjoyed what you've seen, as I always say, please remember to hit that like button for me. If you're new around here and you want to keep up to date with it, hit the subscribe button as well. Guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you all next time.